Beep, beep, beep. I open my eyes. A sharp, stabbing pain rips through my chest. I groan, gripping the bedsheets. Take it easy, a voice says. I turn my head. A man in a white coat stands there. I am Dr. Evans, he says. You are very lucky to be alive. What happened? I whisper. My throat feels like sandpaper. A massive car wreck, Dr. Evans replies, his face grave. Your car was crushed. We almost lost you on the operating table. Is there anyone we can call? Where is your family? I look around the empty, cold room. I do not know. Nurse Sarah steps forward, offering a soft, sympathetic smile. Here, she says gently. They found this in the wreckage. She hands me my shattered phone. The screen is a spiderweb of cracks, but it still turns on. I wait for the screen to load, my heart pounding. Surely Elena is frantic. Surely my wife of 5 years is looking for me. The screen lights up. 0 missed calls. 0 messages. Do you need a moment? Nurse Sarah asks. No, I say, my voice shaking. I need to make a call. They leave the room. I dial Elena's number. It rings 4 times. What? Elena answers, sighing heavily. Elena, I breathe out. It is me. I know it is you. Why are you calling me right now? I told you I am at a work retreat. Elena, I was in an accident, a car wreck. Are you serious right now? She snaps. You always do this. You always try to ruin my trips with your drama. I almost died, I choke out. Look, I am busy. I have meetings all day. Just take some aspirin and go to sleep. I will see you on Sunday. Click. She hangs up. I stare at the cracked screen. The illusion of my happy marriage shatters just like the glass in my hands. I almost died and my wife did not even care. I wipe my eyes. I will not cry anymore. I dial another number. Hello? A deep voice answers. Leo, I need help. Where are you? Leo asks instantly. City Hospital. I am on my way. Leo drops everything. He arrives in 30 minutes, his eyes wide as he sees my bandages. Who did this? He asks, his fists clenched. Where is Elena? She is busy, I say flatly. Can you just take me home? Leo nods. Yeah, let us get you out of here. He drives me home in complete silence. The ride feels like a blur. When we pull up to my driveway, the house looks exactly the same, but it feels freezing cold. I am coming inside, Leo says, cutting the engine. I will sleep on the couch. You should not be alone right now. No, I say, looking him directly in the eye. I need to do this alone. Please, Leo. Leo studies my face. He sighs. Call me if you need anything. Anything at all. I am here for you. I will. Thank you, man. I walk into the empty, cold house. The silence is deafening. I walk straight to the bedroom. I grab a single suitcase from the closet. I do not pack memories. I do not pack the photo albums. I just pack my clothes, my passport, and my laptop. My chest aches with every movement, but my mind is crystal clear. The sadness is completely gone. Only a cold, hard focus remains in my mind. I zip the suitcase shut. I walk into the kitchen and pull a notepad from the drawer. I grab a black pen. I slide my wedding ring off my finger. The gold band feels heavy, holding 5 years of lies. I place it gently on the kitchen island. I stare at the blank paper. I do not need a long paragraph. I do not need to beg for answers. I just write the truth. I press the pen down. I survived. We didn't. I want a divorce. I leave the note right next to the ring. I grab my heavy black bag, open the front door, and walk away forever into the freezing cold and lonely night. Look at this, Ms. Vance says, tapping her silver pen on the glass desk. I lean forward and stare at the bright computer screen. What am I looking at? Your joint savings account, she replies, pointing at a long list of red numbers. It is almost entirely empty. Empty? How is that even possible? Your wife has been making massive cash withdrawals for the past 6 months. Look right here, five-star hotels, expensive dinners, designer gifts. Elena told me she was on work retreats. She said her friend Chloe booked the trips to save money. Ms. Vance slides a thick printed document across the polished desk. I hired a private investigator the moment you called me yesterday morning to set up this meeting. Chloe is just a convenient alibi to keep you completely in the dark. Elena is not traveling for work. She is staying at these luxury hotels with her boss, Markus. Markus, I whisper. My blood boils, but I force my face to stay completely blank. Are you absolutely sure about this? Yes, the investigator got very clear photos of them together. Do you want to see them? No, I say quickly. I have seen enough. What do we do now to stop this? We freeze the remaining assets immediately. We protect what little money you have left in the accounts. Do it, I tell her firmly. Do not leave her a single penny of my hard-earned money. Consider it done, Ms. Vance says, typing rapidly on her keyboard. I will file the divorce papers by tomorrow morning. There is one more thing, I say, resting my hands heavily on my knees to stop them from shaking. Markus is married. His wife is Valerie. Ms. Vance raises an eyebrow. Valerie comes from a very wealthy family. She practically owns his entire company. What exactly are you planning to do? I am not going to scream at Elena, I reply. I refuse to be a screaming victim. I am going to let the cold truth do the heavy lifting. Do you have Valerie's personal phone number? Ms. Vance taps on her keyboard. I do. Are you absolutely sure about this move? Give it to me. She writes the number on a yellow sticky note and hands it over to me across the desk. I slowly take out my brand new phone. I attach the hotel receipts. I attach the photos of the bank statements. I finally hit the send button. I do not type a single word. Valerie is a very smart woman. She will figure it out quickly on her own. My new phone rings exactly 2 hours later. The screen flashes Elena's name. I take a deep breath and answer it. Are you completely insane? Elena yells, laughing bitterly into the speaker. I just got home. Your clothes are gone. You left your wedding ring on the counter like a dramatic teenager. I meant exactly what I wrote, Elena. You are throwing a childish tantrum. Where are you? Come home right now so we can talk about this stupid stunt. I am never coming home. Because of a little argument on the phone? Grow up. You are overreacting. I know about Markus, I say calmly. The laughter instantly dies in her throat. What? I know about the expensive hotels. I know Chloe is covering for you. I know you drained our joint savings to pay for your dirty affair with your boss. Listen to me, Elena says, her voice suddenly trembling. You are misunderstanding everything. There is no misunderstanding, I say, keeping my voice dead and cold. The bank records do not lie. Please, just let me explain. I can make this right. No, I also froze our remaining assets. You cannot touch my money anymore. You did what? You cannot do that. I need that money. My lawyer, Miss Vance, will contact you tomorrow. Do not call this number again. Wait, please, what did you do? I sent all the hotel receipts to Valerie. Are you crazy? You will ruin everything, she screams. Goodbye, Elena. We are officially done. The silence on the phone is the loudest sound I have ever heard in my entire life. Valerie did not just divorce him, Leo says, sitting on my small gray couch. She completely ruined him. What do you mean? I ask, carefully stretching my healing shoulder. She forced the company board to fire Markus immediately. And since he is permanently gone, the new upper management fired Elena too. They lost their high-paying jobs overnight. They both lost absolutely everything. I see, I reply quietly. Are you happy about it? Leo asks, leaning forward. This is perfect karma. I feel no joy, Leo. I just feel a quiet sense of closure. I am staying in this small, peaceful apartment to focus completely on my physical therapy. I only want to heal my heart and move on with my life. You are looking much better, Leo says softly. I will let you rest now. Thank you for everything, Leo, I say. After Leo leaves, the heavy rain starts pouring outside. An hour later, a frantic, loud knock echoes through my quiet apartment. I slowly walk to the front door and pull it open. Elena stands there, looking completely destroyed. Her clothes are completely soaked in the freezing rain. Her mother, Martha, stands a few steps behind her. Martha always thought I was not good enough for her precious daughter. Now she refuses to meet my eyes. She looks deeply ashamed as she stares at the wet ground. What are you doing here, Elena? I ask coldly. Please let me inside, Elena cries out, shivering violently. No, I say firmly. You do not live here anymore. Elena falls to her knees on the hard concrete, sobbing violently. Please, I am begging you. You have to help me right now. Help you with what? I ask, keeping my voice entirely flat. I lost my job, she screams, dark makeup streaming down her wet face. Markus lost his job too. Valerie took absolutely everything away from us. I have no money left. I have nowhere else to go. My life is completely ruined. That sounds like your own problem, I tell her. Do not be so terribly cruel to her. Martha finally speaks up, her angry voice shaking. She is still your wife. You have to save her from this awful mess. I am not her husband anymore, Martha, I say, crossing my arms. My lawyer already filed the divorce papers. You always told everyone I was not good enough for her. You always wanted a wealthy son-in-law, so take her back to your own house. Martha steps back quickly, her face turning bright red in the dark. Elena reaches out and grabs the bottom of my shirt tightly. Markus meant absolutely nothing to me. I swear it on my life. I made a terrible mistake. Please, just give me one more chance to fix this. I look down at the sad woman I once loved more than my own life. I feel my own heart beating steadily inside my chest. It is the exact same heart that kept going even when she abandoned me to die in a cold hospital bed. I kneel down slowly on the wet floor so we are exactly at eye level. Look at me, Elena, I say softly. She looks up, her tired eyes wide and filled with desperate, fearful tears. You didn't make a mistake, Elena, I tell her, looking right into her tear-filled eyes. You made a choice, and so did I. I gently pull my ruined shirt out of her shaking hands. I stand back up tall. Please do not do this to me, she screams out again. I look at her one last time. I close the heavy wooden door quietly. I turn the metal lock until it clicks shut. I walk straight over to my living room window. I pull the thin curtain back slightly. I watch Martha pull a sobbing Elena up from the cold, wet ground. I watch them walk slowly to their old car and drive away into the dark, pouring rain. The bright red taillights finally fade away into the distant night. For the first time in many months, I close my eyes and take a very deep, completely painless breath. I am finally free at last,